thing going on right now here in Ontario, and a great game to start right now. The Lakers begin the game with the basketball. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Rondo into the front court, looking to make something happen. McGee's shot misses. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Kyle Kuzma with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Layup goes down. Well done.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
That pass taken away by Toronto.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
James. Taken by the Raptors. Lowry. James clears the rebound. Los Angeles, they have it. James. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 73%. The free throw is good. It's back to a 1-point game. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Leonard. Deep 2 there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. To James. Nothing going here on that drive. James. Chance from long range. Not easy.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Lowry has the basketball. Probing the defense. Shot from the lane won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Pascal Siakam to Ibaka. Trying to cash in. Serge Ibaka missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
New blood coming in for both sides. James, knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Ah, the monster stuff.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
James. Here comes the screen. To Kyle Kuzma. Knocks it down off the step back.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Lowry to Gasol. Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To James. LeBron James, 2 for 3 now here in the first. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high, but still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007.
LeBron into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Kuzma to James. Curling inside. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Raptors in front. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
Yeah, I got defense on people to stop people in this league.
Nothing going here on that drive. All day, give it to him. Gasol, so comfortable from that range. Marc Gasol, he's 2 for 2 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. To Caldwell Pope. To James. Here comes the screen. To Caldwell Pope. Fires the three. Good offense beating good defense. Kentavious called.
Now he's clapping because that ball went in.
For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
To James. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Lynn with it. Lead stands at 7. Not that time. Nothing going here on that drive. Caldwell Pope to James. LeBron James, 4 out of 7.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Leonard to Ibaka. Leonard to McCaw. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. The shot, almost.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Rondo. That won't go. Toronto with the basketball. Lowry to Leonard. Takes stock of the floor. So Lowry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not getting the bounce. Into the front court comes Rondo. 5-point game. Wide open look. Won't go.
Play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Steps through and scores.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Here's Rondo with it. They trail by 7. Screen coming. Caldwell Pope. Marc Gasol swats it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
For Toronto, number 43, Pascal Siakam. Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 23, LeBron James.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Finish that. Caldwell Pope to James. And look out.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Lowry to Leonard. Down low Gasol. Marc Gasol. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Old school. equals high percentage.
Rondo with the basketball. Down 5. To Kyle Kuzma. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Raptors are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Lakers aren't down by too much at the half. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after 1/2 of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Ball's controlled by Lowry. Here comes the screen. Lowry to Leonard. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
James into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. McGee powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Leonard to Ibaka. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Serge Ibaka. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
By the defense as he drills it.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Here comes the screen. Lowry The pass taken away by the Lakers. James. Terrific vision to Kyle Kuzma. Cashes in for two.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Tie game, third quarter. Screen coming. Leonard to Ibaka. LeBron James sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
To James. For three, he was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here comes the screen. A drive through the paint, but a shot misses. Lakers at the controls right now. To James. Sizing up the defense. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. It's LeBron. Can't connect. Lowry into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. Serge Ibaka. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
The assist from number 7, Kyle.
Rondo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Turns and slams it down. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers.
To James.
Contagious Caldwell-Pope.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Leonard to Lynn. LeBron with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
James can't get the bounce. Leonard. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Long key from three-quarters court, three-quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up, and it's deadlocked, all tied up. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ball game.
Jumper's good.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Caldwell Pope. Big finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Lowry with it, trailing by 4. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. And you also...
Shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. LeBron into the front court. Leads 3. Screen coming. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Can't connect. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
James. Nothing going here on that drive. To James. From the outside, no good. Lowry into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. He's now 4 for 6.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Can't connect. And a putback slam. Woo, that first leaves him with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Lowry. Caldwell Pope to James. Shot from the lane won't go. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys now down by a point. Screen coming. Tips it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Lowry to Leonard. Lowry. That'll get out off the Raptors. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Los Angeles Lakers, number 35, Reggie Bullock.
LBJ with it. Here comes the screen. Surveys the floor. That's going to be out of bounds off of Rondo. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Lowry with it. His group now down 2. Leonard. And the Lakers have the rebound. James to Kyle Kuzma. Here comes the screen. James down for McGee. Whoa, what a finish.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Toronto has the basketball. Lowry. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Across the timeline comes James. Leads a bucket. A fundamental shot right there.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Time to shuffle things up. To Leonard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really taking the brunt of the contact.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good. Three-point play. Gets them back to within a point. We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
Now an intentional foul. That'll be free throws with 20 seconds left to go.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. It's the Raptors. Leonard. Yes.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Feet for the win. Gasol with the rebound. The quarters come to an end. This game is all tied up. And the extra period begins. To Kyle Kuzma. Had a chance, but it's no good. Marc Gasol able to recover with the block. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope looking good. 4 for 5.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Gasol to Danny Green. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lynn. And the rebound comes to Kuzma. LeBron into the front court. Lead is 2. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Into the front court comes Rondo. They lead it. 4-point game. From long range. Misfires. It's no good. Lynn with it. He'll run the offense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Los Angeles has the basketball. James to Caldwell Pope. You've got to get that one to go. Lynn with it. Down just a couple. They work it down to Gasol. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Can't connect from inside.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Lakers. Pope going to launch beyond the arc. Good offense beating good defense. Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the basket.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Substitution being made in this one. Leonard. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Gets it in the right corner. Five to shoot for Toronto. Gasol to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. To James. Marc Gasol rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Danny Green to Lowry. Shot clock winding down. Leonard to Danny Green. Fires the three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Caldwell Pope. To James. Scores from the post. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll want to make sure everyone's on the same page here in this overtime. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Leonard. Won't go. The Lakers get the victory as they win it in overtime. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers win. It was impressive to watch them battle fatigue on their way to a positive result. In the end, their perseverance was rewarded in a grueling game. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Raptors finished on the losing end of a close score. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
LeBron James seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Lakers.
Worked some overtime to get the win.
It was a remarkable game. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.